What is going on, guys? My name is Zach and this is another Show Off 3x4 vlog. Tonight I plan on doing the spark plugs on my truck, and before I do that I want to give I just hit 100,000 miles a couple weeks ago. I'm at 102 now because I took the truck to Florida. Speaking of that, the truck did amazing, did really well, no issues, blah, 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 except one issue. I had this this passenger airbag non-deployable light come on, and it came on as we were driving, and every time somebody sits in it, it messes it up, and I think the sensor's bad or whatever. Since I hit 100,000 miles, I wanted to give a review of how this truck is at 100,000 miles, and just a little quick rundown of things I've noticed. I bought the truck with 87,000 miles on it, so I've only driven it for 15,000. I don't know what it was like before that. I can basically only go off what I know now and the other Rams I've driven. And this is just gonna have to be quick because I'm on my way home from work. Things I've noticed. Let's start with the bad. The first bad thing I've noticed, and I don't know what it is, but I've noticed, and I'm hoping actually I change it with the plugs. When I put this thing in drive and I let it roll, let it idle roll, or I have it half idle rolling, half on the brake, so it's still moving, but I'm slowing it down like I was basically pulling into a garage, it'll stutter. You can't see it and you can barely feel it. I can feel it though, and I notice it. The truck kind of stutters. Once I give it gas, perfectly fine. So that's why I'm wondering if it's maybe plugs, or if it's maybe bad U-joints. I also want to change the U-joints as well, see if that does it. But I figured if it was U-joints, it'd be stuttering the whole time. That's kind of the biggest thing I noticed. The other thing I noticed is, and I actually noticed this when I bought the truck. Well, now that I'm driving, you can't really do it, but if I wiggle this enough, my steering shaft U-joint is bad, so that will pop. Like right now, you can feel it more than hear it. You can't really hear it. And as far as body work, I don't know if I did this or if I didn't see it, but my rear bumper has started to lose its paint. And like I said, I don't remember if I bought it like that because the colors are so, this is almost a black truck. It's very, very dark blue. And when I was washing it the one day, I thought it was just dirt, and I rubbed it off, and from where the paint meets the bed liner of like where you step on the bumper to get in, the paint has started to come off, and I'll try and remember to show you guys that as well. But as far as bodywork goes, no rust at 100,000 miles. This is a 2012. I have seen 09s and 10s that have way too much rust, and actually it freaked me out, so I started looking at every inch of my pinch weld, and I don't have any rust yet. The only thing I've noticed is, okay, there's little specks of surface rust inside the wheel wells, but you can take care of that before it gets to a bigger problem. As well as I do have a paint bubble, very small paint bubble on one of the wheel wells as well. Oh, another thing about the truck. Apparently this is common in a lot of Rams, but transmission lines that go from the transmission to the radiator, the cooler lines, they're leaking at the crimp. And I must have bought it like that because when I did my first oil change, I noticed them, and I haven't done anything since, and I haven't lost. I keep checking the transmission fluid, and to keep checking it, but I haven't lost I haven't lost at all any yet, but you can tell it's leaking. As far as those for problems, that's kind of about it. The truck still drives really nice. It does kind of get, I expected crappy gas mileage, but I also expected a little bit better when, cruising on the highway. But, you take what you get. It does have the 392 rear end, so I can pretty much blame it on that. But like when I drove to Florida, the max I got was, I don't even think I got near 19. It was like 18.5 miles a gallon the whole way down. You don't buy a Hemi Ram and expect good gas mileage. I had a feeling I was gonna get more than that, but that didn't happen. But the truck still runs really well. No issues. AC works. Still has plenty of power. I did the muffler delete like a week after I bought it. I got the plugs from Mo's Performance, they're NGK OEMs. But yeah, as far as the truck goes, no rust. Drives like it rolled off the lot. From driving other Rams, you know, at dealerships before I bought this one, it drives the exact same, if not a little better, but that could be because of the 392s. I don't know why I get such bad gas mileage. But yeah, that's kind of actually, now that I think of it, that's kind of about it. If you guys want to know any more questions or have any more questions, let me know. And I'll try and answer them. I just can't really think of anything else that, I mean, the interior's holding up just great. I got, it's an ST model, so I have all the exterior I wanted. The fog lights, the color match bumpers, dual exhaust, and the 20-inch 5-spoke rims. I wanted all that. But I got a good deal on the truck because I got the base interior, which I could care less about if I have an aux cord. That's all I can care about. I mean, it's got manual seats. Passenger and driver windows are automatic. AC, heat, and that's pretty much about it. You have the 6mm seat here. Yeah, that's really it. So I got the truck for such a good deal because of that. But I can't really think of anything that has gone wrong other than those couple things that I've mentioned. And half of those I bought the truck with, so I know I didn't do it. But yeah, now I'm gonna go mow lawn, and after that we're gonna go do my plugs. All right, so sorry for the jump, but I went to my cousin's baseball game after I mowed lawn, and it's now like 9 o'clock, but I'm just getting started. I already pulled the intake off. You don't need to. I just did it because it's a lot easier to access without having an intake right here. And I'm not gonna show you how to do each individual plug, because I mean it's pretty self-explanatory. There's the coil, which has two, obviously, as you can tell, 2 plugs per cylinder, and it's like that all around. And there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one might be kind of fun to get to. And then same as back here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 back there. That one's gonna be fun. But so yeah, I'll show you. I'll keep updating you along the way, but pretty self-explanatory. I just took the intake off to get it out of my way, and we're gonna get going. And I'll let you know how they feel after. All right, so I finally got one out. Don't know if it's gonna focus on it. There it is. So I mean, it's really not too bad, but it's just time to change them. All right, so I've got these 2 out of the first one. Now it's time to put the new ones in. So I ended up getting all 3 of these. Well, 6 technically. This back one, if you can see it, I did get it off. There's just enough room to get the 10mm on both sides of the, there's 1 bolt on this side of the coil, 1 bolt on this side. Just enough room to get the 10mm in there, and you can squeeze it out past the heater hoses. Once you do that, you just got to put your extension in, and you got to put your spark plug socket in first, then your extension, then your ratchet, because there's no way you're going to get it all on at once. All right, there's the back one. All the way, you can see the hole right there. I had to put the socket in there first, then the extension, then the ratchet. That's about the only way you're going to get it without messing anything up. All right, now as far as the back one, so okay, the back coil obviously has 2 plugs. The first one has had to do what I said. The second one, the way I found to do it, without, okay, if you drop your socket in there before you do anything else, you're pretty much screwed. Open up these hoses. I think they're heater hoses, I'm not really sure, but if they are, you can put your socket and extension right through this, and it's a perfect lineup through the hole. So as long as you have right enough extensions, as you can see it right down there right now, it's lined up perfectly. I can't put the camera back there, but it's lined up perfectly between these heater hoses. All right, so it's midnight right now, but finally did get them done. That one back there was probably the worst one. These ones were pretty easy, had more room than over there, but being farther back with all this room you gotta go over was kind of a pain, but we did get it all done. So I'm gonna bolt it up, put the air intake back on, and then start it up, see how it runs. Check engine light, so that's good. Alright guys, so it is the next day. Last night after I got done doing the plugs, I took this thing out for a ride, just make sure everything was good, and it was. But I got done at like 1 and I got back and I just decided to go right back to bed. So right now I'm just out. Just took the truck out for a little drive. Nothing special. Oh, I did want to show you the bumper. This is what I was, get out of here. This is what I was talking about with the paint coming off. I noticed this a couple of months ago and it really took me by surprise. Holy crap, there's a lot of bugs. Anyway, as far as difference in how the truck drives, no different, and I'm kind of actually disappointed, but the plugs did not take care of the issue of the stuttering. So it's got to be something drivetrain related, which I kind of figured, but I was hoping. But anyway, yeah. So for the review, 100,000 miles, still runs like a charm. Haven't noticed the power loss. Haven't noticed, you know, nothing's broken or anything. My one fog light harness, the wires did go out, but I believe that was because of the LEDs I put in and they shorted it, so that was really kind of like a my fault type of thing. Truck runs great, no issues. Like I said, transmission lines, they're leaking at the crimp, so it's not really a fault. Just the crimp, it wasn't crimped well enough from line to line. Oh, and the paint bubble, I'll show you the paint bubble. I don't know if you can see it right there. That little swell, there it is. A little bit of a paint bubble. It's pretty hard though, so it's not like I can pop it real easy, but there's not really any no rust along the edges, no rust down the pinch weld. So for 100,000 miles, I'd say that's still pretty good. Hope you guys liked the video. Hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions about if I've had something happen to my truck or not, and experiences, and if you're looking to get one. And also hope you found it enjoyable, or hope you found it helpful if you were looking to do your plugs. Pretty easy, just kind of time consuming with some of the ones in the back, but it's not hard at all. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Oh, and I almost forgot. Since I'm gonna be ordering all my stuff from Mo's Performance now, may as well put the sticker on my truck. There we go. That's better.